Hey there, everybody. Adam here with another edition of Wax Pack Flashback. This time around, we actually have a two-part series that we're going to kick off. This is pretty interesting here. I was digging through my retro bins. I have a lot of various ephemera that I've collected over the years, and I managed to come up with these packs of Star Trek 25th Anniversary from 1991. These cards were cool because the packs were for both the original series and the next generation. This was a big celebration, 1991 that year. And there was all sorts of stuff like this 25th anniversary special that they put on videotape. I'm pretty sure it ran on TV initially also. But so that's just a very cool piece of what was going on. I mean, there was all sorts of merchandising, got some stickers from Hallmark, right, with all your favorite characters. So that was really neat. It just felt like everywhere you turned, whether it was the toy aisles with the Playmates, Star Trek, Next Generation action figures, they were just so detailed and very fun. I remember I had Data, I had a Romulan, I got the little communicator that you could actually put onto your shirt. I still have that somewhere around here. So I was definitely not a Trekkie, but I was plugged in. I knew what was going on. I paid attention. I tuned in every once in a while, especially when I'd go to my friend's house. I'd be there and his family, always watching it on Sunday nights is when it played in syndication in my area. So that was a lot of fun. But, you know, these cards this time around, the first one we're going to open up is for the original series, which is something I'm not super familiar with the original series. I haven't watched it in heavy rotation on TV. I definitely saw more Next Generation. So this is going to be interesting. Maybe it'll get me excited to check it out. But let's get into it. All right, here we are, ready to open up a pack of Star Trek 1991 25th Anniversary trading cards. These are for Star Trek, the original series. They had two different sets of cards running. One was for Next Generation, one was for the original cast, who I will admit I knew much more from the movies than I did from the original series on television, although there were plenty of pop culture references. These cards are filled with images from all sorts of ephemera associated with that. Again, on the back here, we don't have any information regarding special trading cards that were holographic or anything like that. So it looks like this was a pretty bare bones set by Impel, who was doing a lot of trading cards and eventually became Skybox. But let's open these up and see what original adventures are hiding within. Okay, here we go. Ooh, all right. Now that is a little bit of a blurry image. They hadn't yet done the HD transfer yet. You got DeForest Kelly's bones there in an episode called Charlie X. I do believe I have heard of that before, but that's interesting. Okay, so, and one of the famous Star Trek, beauties that they would have. It's strange that she's not posing with Kirk. Oh, a Bones heavy pack here, because there he is, Dr. Leonard Bones McCoy, DeForest Kelly, man. I mean, oh wow, this really has all the stats on him too. Wow, that's pretty interesting that they give you all the details you need to know. But let's hear the description. A cynical exterior hides a sensitive and vulnerable person on the inside. Tends to be argumentative with Vulcans. Professional demeanor, that of an old-fashioned country doctor, decidedly unmilitary in bearing and attitude toward authority. Dislikes the ship's transporter. All right, let's see what else we got here. Ooh, what are little girls made of? That's kind of odd. Also, what is going on here? We have two Kirks? I wonder if there's an explanation of what is going on there. Let's see. Clone Kirk. Ooh, okay. So it says here that Dr. Brown and the giant ancient ruck clone Kirk and take over the starship. The real Kirk alerts Spock by planting fake memories in his twin that turns the androids against their creator. Ooh, okay. So that sounds like a pretty interesting episode there with a clone Kirk. I was familiar with the Mirror universe, but didn't know about that. Where no man has gone before. Let's, yeah. Just a picture of space. I feel like they could have gotten away with a lot of pictures of just space, Remember when they went here in space? Okay, so this is interesting. This is actually the first card in the set. So it's kind of setting up the world here, but, what does this mean here? Let's see. When the USS Enterprise investigates, it crashes into an unknown galactic energy barrier. The energy outburst gives Dr. Elizabeth Denner
and Lieutenant Commander Gary Mitchell's super mental powers. Was that part of the pilot episode? That's interesting. But I have to go back and check that one out. Oh, yes, the vessels, nuclear vessels. Pavel Chekhov, navigator. Oh, Walter Koenig. Look at that guy. He's just, man, he is one of those people that I know is so involved in the fan community. He's in the fan films. Like, he just loves to participate. He's so proud of having been a part of this series. And fun fact, his son was Boner on Growing Pains. Oh, now here's just a classic image, a classic alien. I believe this was heavily used in the promotional materials for this set, but the Carbonite Maneuver, that's another thing I've heard of that's a very famous episode name. So, again, for those who know Star Trek, you're very excited. Oh, now here we go. This one's called Journey to Babel. You can see lots of different aliens around here. And this looks like it must be part of, I don't know. Oh, it's a collector plate. Features the popular episode that introduces Spock's parents, Ambassador Sarek, a Vulcan, and his wife Amanda, a Terran. Okay, so they're actually even just showing collectibles here. See, because I thought that was Spock, but it's not. It's his dad, but they got Kirk in the middle. Wow, collector's plates. Remember when that was a thing? Ooh, there he is, Chekhov again. Pavel Andreevich Chekhov. Oh, okay, so this is his actual profile card that's going to give you some details all about him. Now let's read here. Strong Russian accent and sense of nationality, impressionable, reliable, inwardly shy but outwardly boastful, secretly desires to become a starship captain like his hero, Captain Kirk. I think, didn't pretty much everybody in the crew become a captain at some point? That's like something all the actors aspired to. Well, I want to be a captain in the series. We got enough movies. Oh, okay. So now here's a look at the Star Trek original series, comic book series from DC Comics. I've always loved this look, these kind of outfits here. But I know a lot of these originally were being written by a guy named Peter David, who's very well known in sci-fi and comics, and he's done a lot of writing on a lot of things. But at one point, he and Gene Roddenberry's estate and just office couldn't get along, and they kind of kicked him out of writing Star Trek for whatever reason. Oh, wow. So there you go. We got Spock, but he's wearing a suit and tie. Return of the Archons. This is interesting. So is this one of those where they had to go to Earth or something? Why is he dressed like that? That's kind of weird. All right, the Return of the Archons. But Tribbles. See, I don't know Archons, but I sure know Tribbles. The trouble with Tribbles. Oh, you gotta love it. Tribbles are small, lovable creatures that live throughout the galaxies. Little balls of colored fur. They are a gentle species that respond to affection with a warm purr. Oh, that's so cool, man. To learn more about the Tribbles, I think they definitely deserve a spin-off. I bet you they got a spin-off comic. There was probably some story featuring the Tribbles. And finally here, this side of paradise, you have Spock looking like he's being affected by something going on this strange world. Yes, Omicron Ceti 3. You gotta love the names of all the different planets that they were visiting in Star Trek. Oh, man. So it looks like here, Kirk goads Spock into a fight that purges the Vulcan of the spores. Together, they construct a device to free the crew and colonists from their dreamy bondage. So it must be something coming directly from this flower that was affecting Spock. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, so there you go. A pack of the 25th anniversary Star Trek original series trading cards. Again, not as many memories for me as I was more familiar with the movies as well as the Next Generation series, but still a very cool set. And hey, I get to learn more about Tribbles. All right, let's close it out here.
All right, so that was pretty cool, right? It was really interesting to see what the original series had to offer in terms of aliens, in terms of, I mean, there was a lot of Chekhov. You know what? And I'm not opposed to a lot of Chekhov. I enjoy his character the most. I was the big fan of a Russian accent as a kid. Most people would tell you, they're like, oh, Adam loves to do a Russian accent. But as far as what was my favorite card in this set, it's got to be this one. Yeah, the audacity of just putting like a picture of space as a trading card. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, here you go. Star Trek. It's space, right? Space is a character, right? A lot of people say in the Batman comics, Gotham City is a character. Well, I guess space is a character according to this card, but that just cracks me up that they thought they could get away with that. So that's my pick for best card in that pack. And in the meantime, I really invite you to make sure that you subscribe to TRN TV so you don't miss these. Mickey, Jason, and I, we have so many packs of cards to open. I just got a whole bunch from them as well, so the videos will keep on rolling. Of course, if you want to become a VIP, you'll actually start getting exclusive Wax Pack Flashback videos. There is in particular a set of Starlog trading cards that I didn't know existed, but somehow Jason found a pack, and of course Star Trek. I think it was illegal to not feature Star Trek in an issue of Starlog. That is just in their bylaws as an organization and a publishing entity. So you can check out what those cards were all about. And hey, we'll be back soon with part 2. See you then.